What's going on, people, and welcome to my Premier League predictions for game week 18. Not as many games this week because there's a lot of games getting postponed now because of COVID. It's a load of bullshit. If you've got enough squad members to play games, even if they're youngsters or bench players, the game should go ahead in my opinion. But look, whilst everyone's just adhering and whilst everyone's just accepting what's going on and they're not arguing against it, it's just going to happen. Obviously, I want football on over the Christmas period because it's good and there's more of it. But if the clubs have got no backbone and are just being like, nah, and they want extra time off for Christmas, it's a joke. But we can't really do anything about it unless then people stand up and fight for something. And a lot of the clubs ain't, and it's disappointing to see. But Saturday and Sunday altogether, 2 Saturday, 3 Sunday. At least we're getting some. Hopefully none of them get cancelled last minute because it's been happening with United recently. Obviously Tottenham are a few games behind now as well. Certain clubs, Brighton as well. It's bullshit. And the game should be going ahead because there's other leagues around the world and even in this country that are going ahead still and other things are happening. We can't just shut down the whole world or the country when something happens like this, because if there keeps having more variants and all this that's coming out, we're just going to do this every time. It's pathetic. It really is. We need to move on with our lives and get on with it. That's my opinion on it. Anyway, getting into the games. First up on Saturday, 3 o'clock, Aston Villa versus Burnley. I'm going to go for an Aston Villa winning this, and I'm going to go 1-0. I think it'd be a tight one. Burnley aren't easy to play against, home or away. And I think Villa, the momentum they've got with Gerrard, I feel that they'll nick this one. And maybe more than by 1 goal. But I'm going to go 1-0 to Aston Villa. And then 5:30 on Saturday, on Sky Sports, Leeds United versus Arsenal. I'm going to go 1-0 to Arsenal. It's at Leeds, so that could play into their hands a bit, but they're struggling this season. And I've been impressed with Arsenal's improvement under Arteta and how he's turning it around at that club. And they're one of my favourite teams to watch. So I feel that they will get a result, even if it's a draw. I don't think that they will lose, but I'm going to go for a 1-0 Arsenal win. Sunday, 2 o'clock, Newcastle versus Man City. Newcastle just losing to Liverpool, which I think everyone saw coming. But to be fair, they held on to 2-1 for most of the game, and then Liverpool got their 3rd goal near the end of the game. I thought Newcastle showed up all right for that game and did. They made a good account of themselves, considering where they are at the moment with the squad and how they're struggling. So I thought that they played quite good against Liverpool, even though the scoreline might suggest otherwise. But Man City, again, another difficult game for them. And even though they're at home, I still think they're not going to get anything from that game because it's Man City. So I'm going to go 2-1 Man City. So to still get a goal would be an achievement, I think, against City. And I think that the crowd might just pull the ball into the net, if you will. But I think that City will do enough, and I'm going to go 2-1. And then we got Wolves, Chelsea, also at 2 o'clock. Chelsea struggling at the moment, going through a bit of a rough patch. Not losing a lot, but drawing a few that they would have won previously. I watched them last night against Everton. Pleasantly surprised by Everton. They wasn't fantastic, but better than recent weeks that they've showed. Youngster at the back, that Branthwaite, getting his debut goal. It was great for him, and he had a good game overall as well. Chelsea definitely should have won that game, though. They had the chances to and was very wasteful with the chances they had. So they should have won, but great point for Everton. Because of that dip in form as well, I feel like Wolves is a hard place to go to at the moment and get points. So I'm going to go for a draw in this one, and I'm going to go 1-1. And then lastly, 4:30 kickoff on Sky Sports. Tottenham versus Liverpool. I think it's going to be one-sided. I think Liverpool will get the points. Tottenham are not the team that they were a few years back, even under Pochettino. That team that got to the final. I don't think they are anywhere near that anymore. Kane's off form, has been for a long time. A lot of players struggling there. I think that they're probably the most boring team to watch, or one of the most in the league. And for a club of that stature and the history they have, it's not good enough. It's not anywhere close to being good enough. So for me, I think it's going to be an easy win for Liverpool. I'm going to go 2-0 to Liverpool. So that is it for this week's predictions, guys. I hope you enjoyed the football, and let's keep our fingers crossed that none of these games get suspended at the last minute or postponed. and the ones over the festive period as well coming up don't also get postponed as well. I think there's going to be a few here and there, but if we get the majority of them going through still, then that's progress. But yeah, we definitely need to do more to fight against this stuff when it crops up, because we can't just go into our comfort zone and our safety nest every time something like this crops up. We have to be fighting it more, and that goes to the league. I say we, but I mean as the league and teams and managers and players. They need to be doing more to get these games going ahead and not just having extra time off for Christmas. So that's my thoughts on it, guys. Hope you enjoy the football, and I'll be back soon.